We have just seen that how the narrator of this story made attempts to come upwards. Now we'll see the next point. The narrator's useless efforts to survive. The narrator swallowed more water and almost choked. His legs hung dead, almost paralyzed. He felt a great force pulling him down. He again started on his long journey down. He tried putting in all his strength, but he felt as if he was in a nightmare. His lungs ached and he felt dizzy. Yet he remembered his strategy of jumping back to the surface, and once he tried to hit the ground and moving to the edge of the pool to safety. Another attempt to rescue himself, the narrator felt himself going down endlessly. When he opened his eyes, he saw only darkness through which nothing could be seen. He was stuck with terror on which he had no control. Only a person who himself had experienced it could understand this. He was shouting underwater, but he only felt stiff and rigid. Only his throbbing heart made him aware of being alive. Suddenly, he touched the bottom when he felt the tiles of the floor under him. He again jumped up with all his power. This made no difference, as he found himself still in water. Terror started gripping him more and more. He trembled, his arms and legs wouldn't move. He tried calling out his mother, but nothing happened. But somehow he manages to rescue himself. The narrator got rescued. After some time, he felt that he was coming out of the water. His nose was almost out of water, but unfortunately, he was going down the third time. He tried sucking air, but only swallowed more water. All his efforts ceased, and he felt a blackness sweeping over his brain, which wiped away his fear and terror. Everything was quiet and peaceful. He felt as if he was wrapped in his mother's arms. And then he fell into unconsciousness. Psychological effect of fear and how the author developed phobia for water bodies. Let's see. Next, when the narrator he found himself that he was lying on his stomach and vomiting. Several hours later, he walked back home. He couldn't eat that night. He was weak. He was trembling. He shook and cried on his bed. For days that followed, he was still gripping with a haunting fear, the fear for water. He never went to the pool after that. So, this is how we come to know that he developed the fear and how that fear has made a great effect on his life. A few years later, when he heard of the water of the Cascades, he felt like getting into it. Whenever he was in water, whether wedding or bathing, he was seized with terror. This water phobia stayed with him as years rolled by. It destroyed his fishing trips. It deprived him of the joy of canoeing, boating, and swimming. But the narrator tried his best to overcome his fear, and that is more important. Finally, one October he decided to get an instructor to learn swimming. He went to the pool, practiced 5 days a week, 1 hour each day. The instructor put a belt around the narrator as he was already having the fear. A rope was attached to the belt and he practiced swimming forward and backward. It took him 3 months to get over this fear. It's not easy to overcome a fear, and it takes a lot of courage to be determined to get rid of any sort of fear. So, a rope was attached. He was practicing forward and backward. It took many months, or 3 months we can say exactly, to overcome or to get rid of that fear. After 3 weeks, the instructor taught him to put his face underwater and exhale. He taught him to raise his nose and inhale, and he was made to repeat this exercise hundreds of times. Everything in life is achieved only and only with the hard work. See how he has putting his efforts, or how he had put his efforts. Slowly, steadily, the narrator was able to shed his fear of water. For weeks, he was made to kick his legs. Initially, his legs were stiff, but gradually they relaxed and he could command them. Next, the instructor, piece by piece or slowly, perfected each part of the routine and then put it together. In April, he was able to swim, dive, etc. He was able to do many activities in water. Then the instructor was relieved. Even the instructor felt it a challenge. Okay, and when this swimmer or Douglas started taking good lessons in swimming, he too, means the instructor too, was relieved. Okay, practice gave good result. After the training was finished, the narrator wanted to confirm whether he would be terror stricken if he was alone in water, because always he is having instructor with him. So naturally he may feel in a comfort zone. So he was just thinking that whether it is possible to swim alone. So he decided to go to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire. There is a question based on this point in your PPT on the last slides. There, when he was swimming in the middle of the lake, only once did the terror return. He was able to overcome his terror now, and how can he overcome the fear? It is only because of the good practice, good regular practice. Still, the narrator had some doubts. As the first opportunity, he hurried west and went up the Teton River to Conrad Meadows, up to the Conrad Creek Trail, to Maddie Glacier. So this is how he is trying to answer his doubts about his own capacity. He camped in the high meadows. Next morning, he swam across the warm lake and back. He was thrilled and shouted with joy when he could actually do all these water activities. He had conquered his fear of water, and that was the joy, and that is why he was shouting for this joy.